Welcome back everyone. Time to do kind of a little bit of a UI review of the PlayStation 5. Now, as most of you guys know, maybe some of you don't know, this is going to be a pretty brief, simple walkthrough of the whole entire UI of the PlayStation 5. Now, if the quality seems a little bad, it's not just you, it's not your computer. I am screen recording this, so keep that in mind. But I had to get this out to you guys, and for some reason my PlayStation 5 screen recording wasn't working. Basically, as soon as you boot up your PlayStation 5 and you get through your actual setup, this is the screen that you're going to be basically, brought to. And this is kind of similar to previous versions of PlayStation, even with the PS3, to be honest, even with the PSP if you own that. But basically, as soon as you boot your console up, every single time you'll come into this page. Now, this is a pretty easy walkthrough because, as you can see, Sony makes it easy for us. Right there it says games, and this is our games library. So right here are pretty much going to be, the most of the games that you personally own, but also some new games that you just installed. Sometimes if you just installed one, it may also just come right here too. This is your PlayStation Store. So anytime you want to go download any apps or anything, you can go and click here. And my Wi-Fi is probably about to go up. Nope, we're good. And basically anytime you want to download any games from the PlayStation Store, this is pretty much where you're going to be going. So the PlayStation Store, I'm sure most of you guys have already, messed with it and everything. Now the next ones are pretty much, like I said, the games that you've already had. Media Gallery is if you ever screen record or screenshot, which I'll show you in a second. These are pretty much where your screenshots are going to go. PlayStation Plus, access online and everything. PlayStation Now, which is the other thing. And then Share Factory, Remote Play, which if you guys don't know what this is, pretty much it's what I'm doing right now. I'm streaming my PlayStation 5 to my iPhone and iPad. So Remote Play is a really cool app that I use all the time. And then our game library. So what this does and what it shows us is pretty much all the games that we have on our console right now. Now some are also in queue to download. I don't have Fortnite installed on our console right now. But the other games, as you can see, it says it's a PS4 game. This one says it's online. This one doesn't give us anything. So if it's a PS4 game, it'll go ahead and specify right there if it's a PS4 game, or if it doesn't say anything, then it's a PlayStation 5 game. So hopping out of here, let's go back to our home and we can go back home, the back one. Now, if we go ahead and click up and we go ahead and click over to media, this is pretty much where our apps like Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, YouTube, this is where those apps are going to reside. So if you watch those things on your TV, through your PlayStation 5, then that's good. You can also scroll all the way to the right and get into your app library. So that's another cool area you can go and swap into. However, I don't think many people are going to be using that. If you swipe one more to the right, you can see we are now in that search bar. So if we go and click that search bar, you can see that if we want to search for anything, games, movies, TV shows, players, and apps, whatever, we can go ahead and search through those within this search bar, which is cool. And if we want to go ahead and get a little bit of a more, detailed view on certain things, we can go and scroll through media, players, games, and all that good stuff. So that's something that a lot of people are going to use, but I think something that more people are going to use than that is the settings app. So if we go ahead and click there and we click the X button, you can see we are now in our settings app options. Now, if I went ahead, I can make a 30-minute video talking about just, individual settings within here, but I'll go ahead and give a brief high-level overview. So basically, these first couple ones are something most people are going to use, at least the two. The network one, if you are connecting to a Wi-Fi or something, that's the one you're going to use. Users and accounts allow you to use, manage your accounts and everything. System is a very important one as well. If you want to get more information about your system, if you want to go ahead and update software, if you want to change the language, time, remote play, power saving, web browser, all that stuff, you're going to be able to mess with those within your system settings. Going into storage, if we want to, expand our storage, we can go ahead and do that within our extended storage options here. Our sound preferences, so if we want to mess with the sound or anything, we have the ability right here too. Screen and video, so your video output, even if you want to go ahead and change it to 4K video transfer rate, you can go ahead and set that off to automatic. And if you want to turn on HDR or adjust HDR or whatever, you can go ahead and mess with those within this setting. But also within the screen, you can go in, if the PlayStation, output is a little bit expanding or, outside of the TV, you can go and mess with it here. You can go and mess with the accessories, your saved data, notifications, captures, and broadcasts. And that's really pretty much it for the settings app. Now there's a ton of inbuilt settings within here. There's settings within settings. So keep that in mind, but this is just a high level overview. So that's the settings app. If we go ahead and go over one, this is pretty much our user account. So if we go ahead and click in this, you can see that our online status is online. If we want to go ahead and change this to offline, we can go and click here and click busy or appear offline, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. We can go and get into our profile settings here, see our trophies, we can switch our users, and we can also log out if we want to. So that's pretty much it for this portion. Now if we go ahead, and that really pretty much covers up everything in the UI. Now if let's say we're in an app or something like this, or we're in our app library and we go ahead and open up Netflix, for example, if we wanted to go home, we can go ahead and click our home, aka our PlayStation button. Now this is giving me some weird thing. Now, if we go and click our PlayStation Home button, aka our PlayStation button, you'll pretty much come into this. Now, what this basically gives us is just a bunch of information, some, things that are just recently happened with our new stuff. If we want to go home, we can go and click home. If we want to go into the app we were just in, we would go and click here. You can go ahead and see your notifications, your friends, your music, your sound, all that stuff, your controller, but you can also swipe all the way to the right and power off your console by clicking here, and then you can go and turn off your PS5, restart your PS5, or enter rest mode straight from the UI itself, so we don't have to go to the console just like how we could on the PS4, and I'm pretty sure the PS3 as well. So that really pretty much covers up everything in the UI for the most part. Again, there's a lot of nitty gritty in the details and stuff, but this is pretty much a high level overview. You will pretty much always be presented first into your games library, followed by the media, and other things can come up here, and other things can come up here too, but typically it's these two. If you ever want to access your settings, you can go right here. If you want to access your user or log out or sign out or switch users, you go right here. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'd be so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.